This video is about why you should bother getting your shit together. One of the things that I've realized is that when I'm on a mission that really matters, when I'm on a path, and I know that I'm onto something, I'm living in some kind of a space that matters, that I can feel activated, that things are important and meaningful and have purpose. It is exactly at that place where all of my weaknesses are exposed. And I don't want to say attacked necessarily, but taken advantage of. The weak link is tested. It's not just that the weak link is tested, the whole chain is tested. It's just the only ones you notice are the weak links, because everything else is holding together. When I take a trip in my truck, I'm looking for weak links. I'm looking for what is most likely to fail under stress, under pressure. Right now, the weak link on my truck is my tires. They're old and cracked, and that's the weak link. With purpose, with meaning, with direction, with clarity, comes challenge. Comes the fire of purification. Comes exposure, and it's awesome. It's also painful, but this is it. These things go together. This is the relationship with life. If you want to do something that's worth anything, that's meaningful, if you want to do something that is who you are, these things get exposed. I call them temptations, antagonizations, and what else do I call them? I don't know. That's a book from a long time ago, right? Intimidations. I get tempted, I get antagonized, I get intimidated. Those are the three key, I guess, avenues of getting me off course. Of course, temptation's pretty obvious. Antagonization for me is a big one. Someone standing on the sidelines and throwing eggs at me, and then I go chase them down and beat their ass, and then I'm off course. And then now I'm susceptible to the laws of the land that could punish me. Temptation pulls me off course, antagonization pulls me off course. So there's push elements and there's pull elements to this. You actually look friendly. And sometimes it's enough just to make it where I'm going. Most of the time I don't believe in that philosophy. I believe in taking ground. But sometimes part of the process of taking ground for me is just getting where I'm going. Avoiding the arrows of the enemy, whatever that means. The conversations I've never had come back to haunt me. The weak spots in relationships, the vulnerabilities in relationships, the harm that has taken place, the transgressions between me and other people come right up. Right up. The conversations I never had, they come up. I learned this back in 2003, I think it was, when I did the trip where I gave away all my possessions, all my money, ended up like walking down the highway in Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi. Before I left on that trip, I knew I had to take care of business between me and people. There had to be forgiveness in relationships. There had to be addressing of, wrongdoings, of hurt feelings. And I wrote about this in that book, and that book's called 3. And it is so important because I ran into people out there on the road who were trying to do something similar to what I was doing, but they did not have their shit in order. They were running away from their problems, not dealing with their problems and then moving forward. and they were getting their asses handed to them. They were getting destroyed out there. And I was actually the one that bailed them out of their situation. And it's not that I bailed them out in a financial sense. It's not that I had a car and they needed a car. It's not that I had money and they needed money. It was that I had authority. I had position, and they did not. There's a story in the Bible where, I haven't read it for a while, so, I don't know exactly. It was like 20 years ago or something. There was a guy who was trying to cast out demons the way that the apostles did. They would cast out demons in the name of Jesus. And this guy showed up, and one of the apostles is Paul, and he was one of the ones that was very active, and somebody showed up, someone went out there and tried to do it themselves and said, in the name of Jesus whom Paul preaches. And this possessed person, the spirit within this possessed person said, Jesus I know and Paul I know, but who are you? And then went about beating the shit out of the guy. He didn't have authority. He didn't have what he needed to in order to say the words he was saying. It doesn't matter if you wear the stars of a general. If you're not a general, at some point you're gonna get your ass kicked. And it's gonna happen as soon as you try to do something that actually matters. You can fake it in a world where fake is okay, as long as you're not trying to do anything real. The minute we try to do something real, all of it comes to the surface. The weaknesses are exposed. We know our authority. It's very humbling, and it's very important. When I'm in that stage of being activated, everything's activated. My strengths, my weaknesses, testings, challenges. I'm finding gold, I'm finding treasure, I'm finding demons and dragons. It's all there. It all goes together, and I really don't think I would have it any other way. And when this life is over, I think it's going to be very clear what a blessing all of it is.